Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. I get questions all the time about leaky gut, so I thought today I would share 10 things to start doing / eating to help reseal your gut. Before I get started, I just want to say with leaky gut, you always should eliminate the candida overgrowth and the parasites and the dysbiosis before trying to heal your gut, because you won't be able to reseal it if you do have that inflammation and the bad bacteria overgrown. So consider doing a cleanse, getting rid of the candida. Once all that's gone, you can think about moving on to actually trying to reseal and repopulate your gut with good bacteria. So if you're already on this phase, these tips are going to help. If you're not yet on this phase and you're still going through the candida phase, this could still help, but it won't give you as good of results if you still have the dysbiosis. So just want to put that disclaimer out there. The very first thing you want to do is eat pureed food. Pre-chewed or pre-blended food is going to be extremely soothing to the gut because it causes no inflammation, provided it's good ingredients, and it's going to be extremely easy for your body to absorb and pull nutrients out to nourish yourself without having to strain to break food down. It's also going to help if you have constipation, things like that. It's really going to just go through your bowels easily. Your body's not going to have to go through a lot of work to push out that food. The second thing is drink hot lemon water every day. I've mentioned this in several videos, but it does many things for the body. The first, cleansing the liver. It flushes things out of the digestive system, but the most important is it actually stimulates your digestive system to produce more enzymes, more stomach acids, so when you do go and eat your meal, your body can break it down so much easier, which means less gut inflammation and more gut healing. The third thing is to add gelatin to all your teas, or even bone broth if you don't have gelatin, but I love gelatin, to teas, to anything hot, to soups. What this is going to do is it's going to provide your body with certain amino acids that help to rebuild the gut lining, and it also seals the gut lining. If you think when gelatin kind of firms up, it's more jello-y and sticky, that's kind of what happens. It sticks to your gut, it reseals it up to prevent food from leaking into the gut, and prevent that inflammation. So fantastic. Gelatin's fairly affordable. You don't need a huge amount. You can just pour some into your tea, let it gel up, and you'll enjoy it. You don't have any flavor there either. The next thing is to take L-glutamine twice a day. L-glutamine is fantastic for so many reasons in your body, but one of the most is that it is one of the main fuel sources for the cells in your gut lining, and when you consume it, you're gonna help your gut rebuild itself. It needs the L-glutamine as its fuel source. So taking it every day, twice a day. I do 5 grams in the morning, 5 grams at night. If it's a free form L-glutamine, you can take it with some food or in a smoothie. You can add it to anything really. I usually just add it to a glass of water and eat it with a couple vegetables or some fruit or some protein or something like that. The next thing is to take an omega-3 supplement. I love cod liver oil. If you're vegan, you can do ahi flour. There's so many, ways to get omega-3s. But what this omega-3 oil is going to do is it helps lubricate the digestive system or digestive tract so that food can go through properly, reduces the inflammation significantly, which is what we need to do to reseal our gut. And your gut also needs fat to help rebuild itself. So you're going to provide your body with so many nutrients to be able to do all of the things I just mentioned. It's fantastic, and I recommend taking it every single day. Like I said, cod liver oil is my all-time favorite. I really like the one from Genestra, but if you are vegan, there are so many other options. Genestra actually does have a vegan essential fatty acid liquid as well that you can look into, but either way, get some in your diet every day. You can also get it from wild-caught fish, salmon being one of my favorite. The next thing is to take potent probiotics. So if you have already done the candida cleanse, or you're on it and you're kind of moving to the gut healing phase, this is where you really want to repair the gut lining and then replace it and give your body a good dose of healthy probiotics or good probiotics so that you can kind of finish off your journey and your gut will be in optimal health. So what I recommend is taking a potent probiotic. Of course, do this under the supervision of your healthcare practitioner, but I sometimes recommend going up to 500 billion probiotics for a period of maybe 5 to 10 days. And what that's going to do is going to give your body or your gut a huge dose of probiotics to completely cover your digestive tract and reseal it so that any food you eat from here on out will be broken down efficiently, and all of that. Your immune system will be boosted. So fantastic for helping to realign the gut. The next thing is slippery elm. I love the supplement. I talk about it all the time. You can get it either in a powder and add it to like oatmeal or something, or you can do capsule. I prefer capsule because it tastes better. I like the brand Nature's Way, but you can get so many brands out there. What this is going to do is it reduces inflammation in the gastrointestinal tract, which is super important when trying to heal the gut, because your gut won't heal if it's inflamed. So you need to calm it down so it can start to rebuild, and slippery elm is one of my favorite supplements to do that. You can also use a licorice root or marshmallow root. They're great as well. You can do teas, you can do capsules, so do whatever works for you. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water with these type of anti-inflammatory supplements, but they are so good for reducing inflammation to allow your gut chance to heal and relax. One of the next things that I absolutely love is taking activated charcoal. You can do this. It does not have to be every day the rest of your life, but maybe try it for 2 weeks to a month. Do 1 teaspoon of activated charcoal with about 2 cups of water at night, away from food, away from supplements, right before bed. What this is going to do is it goes through your intestines and it grabs onto toxins, to heavy metals, to bad bacteria. It pulls everything out, acts like a sponge, and pulls it out through your stool, which is exactly what you want, because there's a lot of stuff in your gut that cause inflammation, and if they're not pulled out, your gut's going to always be chronically inflamed, which means IBS and all of these issues, including leaky gut. So by pulling out these toxins, letting your gut relax, it's going to be fantastic for healing. So activated charcoal is one of my favorite ways to do that. You can also use spirulina, bentonite clay, so there's a few other options, but I find charcoal is the easiest and the best one. And you can also do a powder or a capsule form. The last 2 tips. Number 1, steam all your veggies when trying to heal your gut. Do not eat raw. I love raw vegetables. They are fantastic for getting a lot of enzymes in your diet and nutrients. However, they are hard to break down when your gut is really compromised. So by steaming it, and then preferably pureeing it in like a smoothie or a soup is great, but if not, at least steaming it will really help your body break down that cellulose. It'll be a lot easier for your body to digest, and it won't have to strain. The less our guts strain, it means the more relaxed it can be, and the faster it can heal. So steaming your veggies is really critical during this phase. And then my last and final tip is to avoid grains for now during this period. So if you're doing the Candida cleanse and then moving on to the gut cleanse or gut repair, I just recommend avoiding grains for a time. Not all carbs. Carbs are okay, so you can do sweet potatoes during this gut healing repairing phase. You can do like squash, things like that are actually fantastic for relining the gut. But grains contain, number 1, lectins, which cause inflammation in the gut, and it just kind of destroys the gut lining. And then the second is that they are a little bit inflammatory because they contain disaccharides, which are a type of carb that require your microvilli in your gut to digest. But if your microvilli are not producing enzymes because they're dull and destroyed due to having leaky gut, you're not going to be breaking down those grains, and they are going to sit in your gut, feed candida, cause inflammation, and over time it's just going to cause more leaky gut. So it's going to do more harm than good. So I recommend during this phase to avoid all grains for now and stick to like sweet potato and squash and other sources, carrots for your carbs, rather than having grains. So those are my 10 tips. Like I said, you can really incorporate these tips throughout every single phase. You can start right now, but if you want the most benefit, most gut healing benefits, then I would do these after you have done a candida cleanse, because that'll be perfect once the candida's gone, to have like a clean slate to reheal your gut and reseal it up. A couple of these can be used for the candida cleanse, like the hot lemon water and activated charcoal and even slippery elm. So do take some of these tips or take all of them, use them how you like, but just thought I'd share these with you. They are fantastic, and this is what I have been doing to help heal my gut, and I have noticed amazing improvement, especially in terms of my IBS that I had a couple of years ago. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. If you are not, make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's at Marla's Healthy Life for daily tips like this, for gut-friendly recipes and all the rest of it. So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.